Sega recently released Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition for the Switch 2 as part of Sonic's 30th anniversary, and by default you would think that this is a good thing. That is, until you see that it's a poorly optimized excuse to sell the same game again from 4 years ago. Now, this isn't the first time that Sega has shot themselves on the foot. This happens rather often actually. The most recent example that comes to mind that's also from the Switch 2 will be Shadow Generations, and how instead of adding an upgrade path, they will ask you to buy the full game again if you wanted to play it portably with an actual good optimization. They did add upgrade paths for other games later, so that's why I think most fans were hopeful about this new edition being different, but no, disappointed yet again. But if we go to ancient times, the 90s, we can see that fans weren't disappointed. On the contrary, fans could not wait to see what Sega would do with Sonic. Now, as you have seen by the title of the video, I believe that the reason as to how Sonic won the hearts of millions of fans wasn't because of his speed primarily, and that's what we are going to talk about today. If we are going to talk about the strengths and weaknesses of Sonic, then first we have to have an idea of what we can qualify as a strength or weakness in the first place. For example, it can be something physical. Donkey Kong is known for its brute strength, and with Donkey Kong Bonanza, he got a couple of transformations. He can be a bigger monkey and punch harder, he can be a zebra and run over water as if he were Jesus or something, or be an ostrich and lay eggs? Wait, what the Sonic can transform, of course, and while that can be an entire separate video, in essence, it's not the answer that we are looking for today. Now, that was a physical strength. Now how about an emotional one? Recently I played the new Star Fox for the Switch 2, and spoilers for Star Fox. But throughout the story, Fox gets taught over and over again to trust his instincts, and how his father will be proud of him. On the true ending, after Fox tries to escape Andrew's place, he sees a vision with his father, and you have this beautiful moment where instead of having an epic song or a tense song, you get a calm and melancholic song. In a way you are following the steps of your father, but also deep down, you know this all comes from yourself. And that's definitely an emotional moment. And Sonic has those too. Time and time again, he has to face enemies way bigger and stronger than himself. In order to save his friends, he gets beat up every time, and he gets up every time too. There's a reason as to why I'm making these comparisons. You know who Donkey Kong is, you know who Star Fox is, and you also know that they are not on the same level as Sonic, franchise-wise I mean. As seen on the thumbnail, while Sonic is obviously known for his speed, that's not the reason he's so beloved. Before we reach a conclusion, I would like to also check weaknesses. Sonic is by no means perfect, otherwise that would be the answer to the video and it wouldn't last even 5 seconds. Let's talk about Luigi. Everyone loves Luigi. I mean, sometimes it feels like Nintendo is the one that hates him with how he gets treated in the games, but in real life, pure love. But if my life is in danger and I need someone to help me or rescue me, Luigi is my only option? Then it's over. It's GG's. Call it. And Sonic? He can't even swim. I will get super tense as a kid on the water levels whenever I will have to search for a bubble just for Sonic to keep moving for a little longer. That was a physical weakness. As for a mental weakness? Yeah, let's talk about Luigi again. I'm sorry Luigi, I love you man, but this whole being scared of ghosts things has to stop. At this point of your life, with all of the power-ups that you have, there's just no excuse. As for Sonic, do you remember that episode from SpongeBob where King Neptune was angry at SpongeBob for him being a better cook, so he challenged him to a duel? Meanwhile Patrick keeps instigating and making things worse? I can see Sonic putting my life in danger for the sake of aura farming. 100%. I am not dying over some aura farming points, Sonic. It's not worth it. We have talked about in the present day, but how about when he first appeared to the masses? this dude had to compete against Mario and Nintendo back in the 90s, and he was winning. The whole Sega does what Nintendo don't his fire. So it will be safe to say that we can find our answer in this stage of Sonic's life. When he first entered the gaming scene, it took it by storm. Nobody had seen something like it before. Mario's thing was jumping across the obstacles and enemies, at a slow pace of course, since this is needed for having a better feeling of control for the character. But Sonic doesn't give a fuck, man. Sonic was all about going fast. The game encourages you to try to go faster each time with the time trials and such. And during that time, a big part of the marketing was about making comparisons between Mario and Sonic, on how Mario would be more of the safe, family-friendly option, while Sonic will be the more extreme and overall cool option. I think it's clear by now what is the strength that captured people's hearts back in the day, and to this day really. When you play a Sonic game, the whole speed thingy is not what sticks to you, it's Sonic's cool attitude towards life, man. During the development of Sonic Adventure 2, the developers would usually get parking lot tickets on their cars due to issues with the available space for parking at the time. So you know what they did to fight back? They filled the first stage with tons of cars, so you can destroy them as you go through the stage with Sonic. Do you see what I'm talking about now? Ever since Sonic released back in the 90s, and he has been part of pop culture ever since. Even now, outside of the video games, Sonic has been releasing movies, and they are well liked by the public, most of the time. So yeah, that will be all for today's video. I wanted to talk a little bit about Sonic and show some appreciation for his journey so far. What did you guys think? Any kind of like, comment and subscribe that you can give me helps me like you guys have no idea. Thank you so much for watching.